Good small hip hop family, this your God Bless One, man. On this next video that you guys are seeing here, I know you're ready to title. This is my top 10 battle rappers that fell the F off, man. Like, we're gonna just get straight into it, man. The smooth sound playing in the background is the Kid Cudi's Dead Night. That's a classic. Like, the first person I want to talk about that fell the fuck off that I'm actually hurt by. I thought this cat here had a prominent rise and he was gonna be something great in battle rap off one battle. That's no other than Tone Montana. And let me just first give a serious note. Tone Montana has certain health issues where he has seizures and stuff. I'm not alluding to anything, any drug use or anything like that. I'm just basically saying it on a human level. Respect to him on that he keeps surviving and rising to the challenge to even battle. I don't know how many people can succumb to seizures, because I know my little brother went through it growing up. So like, I just want to get that part out the way, because maybe that had a certain impact in the way he was going off on his battles, plus certain beefs in the streets he was having. But needless to say, I still got to keep it facts. Tone Montana, I got him as number 10 on this list because he fell way the fuck off. The only reason Tone Montana is not number 1 because he doesn't have a long career in this battle rap culture. I know he has a couple of battles in different platforms, but he doesn't have a long length in time, and that's why he's not number 1. He's not significant enough to be number 1. And number 9 on this list of top 10 battle rappers that fell the F off is Averb. I'm a fan of Averb. I'm a fan of Showtime. Like I said, you can't have Averb go so without doing the spin. Like, I'm a fan of Averb. I've never stopped being a fan since your very first battle, bro. You brought us pure entertainment in battle rap with the Midwest movement. You and Hitman and everybody else and Big T, but you dropped the ball, bro. Whether you was chasing a bag or you had personal problems, we're not going to use personal problems as excuses in this blog like many other bloggers like to do, because I know Averb gets hated on a lot. He's not making excuses, it's a fact. Whether he goes to any up north areas, he does get hate because Averb is an outspoken person, sort of like myself. He doesn't bite his tongue for nobody. And those type of guys I respect, but needless to say, he's messing up. Yes, you're gonna eat in this blog too, but Averb, man, you just have too much inconsistent ways, my G. You're shaking all your battles, and you're not taking big names that you're getting serious, yet you want Loaded Lux. And no pun intended, who's number 8 on my list? On my list is Loaded Lux. I know I'm gonna get backlash for this one. I know everybody's gonna hate me for this one. I gotta be honest, Loaded Lux is number 8 because he lost his star power Aurora. Not just star power, because he has star power. I'm talking about star power Aurora, where he comes into a battle as the automatic favorite slash 1-0 already, just being Loaded Lux. He doesn't have that anymore. Now when Loaded Lux battles, it's like, are we gonna get revolutionary Loaded Lux? 1980s drug dealers Loaded Lux? You know what I'm saying? A pro-black or preacher style Loaded Lux. And not only that, on top of things, we're now seeing Loaded Lux is not invincible as he was before on that 106 and Park stage in the early gritty days of Smack. This is facts, man. One point of time, if you said Lux name, man, great Loaded Lux too. Like, you said that name, the level of fears I've seen in opponents was crazy, man. Now, Lux is just a regular battler now that has a name because of longevity and networks and connections. Other than that, his star power has dwindled down, and this is a fact. You can get mad at me all you want, whether it's the comment sections or agreement with me or people in general if you act. A lot of people in this that's brand new to culture, it's sad to say, they barely know anything about the resume and career of Loaded Lux. This is fact. Number 7 on my list, I have Big T. This is a disappointing one, being that Big T was a fat, witty man that kind of like had us thinking, man, he had a nice rise coming in his battle rap culture. A nice rise, man. I don't know what happened to your boy after that. Big T, man, whether it's with the corny gimmicks, the off-tone music you did, you started off your rap music career, because I used to always listen to your mixtape. Phenomenal style, that real Chirac kind of drill, but it was not really drill like that back in those days, but it was just the authenticity of you, and I was like, okay, Big T is about to rise from this, but you dropped the balls, bro, and I know you also had personal things in your life, whether it impacted getting that gunshot. I don't know, bro, but it's like, something needs to be said and talked about that. Number 6 on the list, man, I have to be honest, I'm going to get backlash for it because this guy, although he has some good battles, the majority of his things are corny bars and bringing that grind time era. Number 6 on this list is Hollow the Dawn. I'm not biased at all. It's true, guys. His last couple of battles been iffy. Twork won that battle. I know some people who hate Caveman, you hate that Twork is battling too much. He smashed new favorite, but the truth remains, Twork is most definitely Twork has took the star power away from Hollow the Dawn once and for all. And honestly, if you want to go deeper, I think what's old boy named Pat Stay from King of the Dot. Yeah, your battle with Hollow the Dawn, like, it was kind of an iffy one too. Not that saying anybody won or lost. I'm just keeping the facts. It was a boring battle. Like, I watched it. I got it on pay-per-view and all that. Yes, this is a fact. I remember I was in the corny group of Chris and Bias and I put that out. But the fact you got that going on, that it shows me everything else I needed to see, bro. Come on, man. I'm looking at reasons why not to go in on Hollow right now because it's mostly the fans are going to be in their feelings. But what I wrote down, I'm just going to be like, forget it. The reason why, the fact remains, if you do something, you should be called out on it. You had nothing but gimmicks throughout your whole career. Then wanted to show us you're this lean sipper, trapper, drug dealer, convict as well. And although you're probably authentic in the streets, I'm not doubting that at all. But I'm strictly talking about your battles because this list is only about battles. You were not consistent enough and you didn't battle enough during that time in your regime era of battling. And some of the things you've done was just for namesakes and to get views. Battles were nonchalant and blatantly or just chasing the bag, which I don't blame you, but yes, you're number 6 on the list, Hollow the Dawn. Number 5 on my list, unfortunately, the Wolf is going to get mad at me, but it's Head Ice. At one point in time, Head Ice was seeming to be like, when we look at the Shotgun Shugs, the Abs, and that's just like that mob boss figure type, great attitude. The way we look at Twork, long time ago, that was Head Ice. He was that OG, mixed with a Suede 7, even though I don't fuck with Suede 7 no more, but mixed with a Suede 7, mixed with, you know, just that authentic feel, which he still has. Your man still has an authentic feel, but you just don't, I don't know if it's because you went to King of the Dot, which I don't blame you. If I was you, I would have went to King of the Dot as well. It seemed there was more supportive towards your career, and they rode for you more. Other than that, I can't salute you for your mediocre variety opponents you won against, and when you went against the name figures such as Cortez, who's not your typical King of the Dot, corny, comedic, comedy rapper, you got Cortez bringing you bar heavy and heat. In my personal opinions, I mean, that could be debated, but my personal opinion, Cortez won the King of the Dot champion. He is the real King of the Dot champion, but because you have a namesake and even people like me still respect your name, you're always going to be favored. But the truth is, and the reality is, you're number 5 on this list. Wolf, Ice. Number 4 on this list, we got QP. The reason I don't put niggas like QP or even Tone Montana number 1 on the list, because people like that, especially QP, should be number 1, but he's not significant enough. He hasn't been here long enough. His resume is just this small. It's just that he's affiliated with the Midwest movement and Young Miles and all these Detroit niggas and St. Louis niggas and Chicago niggas. So it brought his rise bigger than what it was. Rosenberg showed us ain't nothing about him was raw. And that's true, bro. But anyways, other than that, clean paper, whether it's allegedly crackheaded behaviors, I know it's not allegedly, but I have to say allegedly for YouTube new policy purposes and fickle, effeminate fans of his who are going to get mad at me. But yes, QP, dude, your shady characteristics, like how many league owners you're going to keep finessing, but the truth is the art of finessing is to keep doing it if you don't get caught. And if you can play these lame ass league owners who don't know who you are yet, then that's not your fault. That's their dumbass fault. That's why I made certain videos in my deleted channel where I was like, I don't like what QP did, but you know what? I can't hate on it. If these niggas dumb enough to give him a bag, no matter what. This man even the balls of QP, pause. This nigga even does tweets and videos saying, so what, I took the money. What y'all gonna do about it? Y'all still gonna book me. And what happened? ARP books him. I mean, John the Don books him after he said that shit. And what he did the Down Fade card event, he didn't even show up. Then what happened? ARP trusted this man. Even James calls this man ahead of time, and he does it again. Like, he has a right to keep doing it to a sucker nigga that keeps letting it happen over and over. These are facts, so don't be in your feelings. But less than that, that's still crackhead shit he's doing. So that's why this nigga is number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list, it hurt me to do this, but this is the pack in the back in the acting the back ass nigga, T-Rex ass nigga. Whether him is robbing niggas for 12,000, which I salute him on that, because if a nigga's dumb enough like Danny Myers to give me 12,000, I'm taking that 12,000 and I'm giving you mediocre bars. Facts. Because at the time, who the hell you were? You're hugging fucking Realm Nitty and shit. That don't help my name. I'm battling the friendly nigga that hugging everybody. I like the new Danny Myers we've been seeing, but back then, you were lame for that. But anyways, T-Rex, mediocre bars. Now, not making an excuse for T-Rex, I love my nephews like sons, brothers, best friends, all that. So if one of my nephews would have died, such as T-Rex one, I would have been in my feelings too. Honestly, we need to salute T-Rex for not clapping it up with Charlie Clips right there on the stage. That's facts. And not just that, when Danny Myers also brought, because Clips would bring up the nephew, but Danny Myers sure did. Danny Myers should say, thank you, these dot mob niggas, and I'm talking about the real ones. I'm no offense to the battlers of dot mob, the actual niggas that make the dot mob name reign for so long in the streets of Harlem and in the city of New York itself. Yes, these dot mob niggas could have dish rag you and finish you. I still don't know. Maybe they had a talk with you behind the scenes. We don't know. Because it seems like dot mob niggas don't really put too much in the camera. I gotta respect them packing the back and act ass niggas. So this ain't throwing shots at you, Rex. We gotta keep it official. You have a name in this culture. You're gonna be one of the GOATs, but for the last couple of years, you've been inconsistent, mind you. You'll have a couple of bars here and there, but you've been inconsistent other than that. But I mean, I still look at you as a prominent figure that was needed to grow this culture. So I just think you need to sit down a little bit until you can get acclimated to the new environment and you can get yourself together, bro. Because I'm rooting for you and the whole entire crew of Dot Mob, but as you can see, I'm not biased. So I gotta come at you and put you number 3 on the list. Number 2 on the list, I got Danger Zone. I know he's bar lyrical, but you guys seem to forget. Lyrical is not the only thing you need to have in your total arsenal package of being a battle rapper. You gotta be consistent, you gotta have the charisma, you gotta have the swagger, you gotta have the attitude, and most definitely you have to have the confidence. And you gotta make the people believe you. Even if you're one of the most fakest persons walking around in this culture, we have to believe you. Anything Danger Zone says, it can be fire. It's something about him throws me off. I don't know if he's dressing like Uncle. I don't know if Goods got me so biased against him now because all I see is Cole from Martin. I don't know what it is. I don't know if dudes just put him on blast talking about they put pressure on him because he owed some money or something like that. And he never really addressed it properly as he should as a man. So it's like, I'm not questioning you, Danger Zone, but all this seems to me when people defend you, they just talk about your pen game. And people can say, well, it should be about the lyrics only. Get out your feelings. Things change as years go by and things go through an evolutionary stage. And people are not one-dimensional anymore. Just swag bar, 16 bars and then another ad-lib, bar. But no, you gotta have the whole total package. You gotta do your own blogging channels. You gotta do your promotion. You gotta be consistent with the fans. You gotta interact with the fans. We gotta know you, but we don't know enough about you, Danger Zone. Stop joining these battle rap groups. Grow your name first. You're joining groups to make your name relevant when it barely was even relevant as it was. Goods destroyed you off one bar. What's embarrassing, you tried to shake his hand afterwards. Like I told you guys, these niggas is always trying to be friends. Sadly to say, number 1 on this list, this is no shade to nobody that I'm saying. It's actually a 3-way tie, but I'm just gonna put 2 people. Honestly, I'm not gonna put number 1 on the list. You know why? This person has shown me change and consistent to the point it messed up my whole thing that I wanted to do with this. So number 1, I'm gonna leave it for you guys in the comment section. That's to be non-biased. I got a lot of names, to be honest. It's not really a 3-way tie. I got 10 people I put here to be on the number 10 list, but just because some of their battles been up and down, it's been fluctuating, and some of them been rising back to the forefronts of this, like your JC's. I wanted to put him number 1, but he's been giving us some bangers. It's been, but it's been entertaining nevertheless, so I don't want to hate. Matt Hopper, even though he hasn't battled much like that, but just the fact that he's going through everything he's going through, although he's dug a hole for himself, I feel like he still has that fire where he doesn't even belong on the list. He has a chance to give us one more round this year, so I'm trying to stay tuned to see what Matt Hopper got for us today, because I was interacting with him live on these battle rap bloggers videos such as being the Rome, DME Twork and Hip Hop is Real, or Rome DMG live feed. Other than that, I had Charlie Clips as well with what he's doing on Wild and Now, and a couple of his last battles, kind of mediocre but entertaining nevertheless. He's still staying consistent, you know, with bringing up battles, so I give him that, and he's not biased towards one platform. So it's like I don't really have a number one. You guys choose a number one. I'm your guy, Blessed One. It's been real dealing with you guys.